Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to All the Difference. All the Difference podcast is a podcast for helping people to change their motivation. What do I mean? I mean their intention from being just profit driven to being difference driven when it comes to business, when it comes to creating things, when it comes to doing projects, when it comes to life in general. So many of us are focused on how can I create a profit? And by profit, I mean money. Whenever we take action, a lot of us are fueled by money. We're fueled by profits. So the goal of this show is to help people transition into being more difference oriented. So instead of asking, how can I get a profit, or what profit is in it for me when I do this or when I take this action? Instead of that, the goal of this show is to help people to say, how can I make a difference? Oh, that thing, that's great. How can I make a difference in that area? How can I contribute a difference in the community? And it starts with looking at the things you have in your life. So the goal of this show is to help people to look at the things you have in your life. And I say this because this is something that's changed my life. The more I focus on what I already have in my life, the more I become satisfied. And then in turn, the more grateful I become. And in turn, the more I'm able to take action with what I have. I feel like I'm not stuck anymore. For so long, I felt stuck in a lot of areas in my life. And that all changed when I started looking at the things in my life. And this is something we want you to do as well. So All the Difference is the show for you if you want to be unstuck, if you want to take action in your life, if you want to be more driven, purpose driven. So today, as we have Sharif with us, and he's also he's the host on the show as well, and we're going to be discussing a few things about the things in our life, the things we're grateful for. So I hope you can join us. If you haven't already, subscribe to this channel. If you haven't already liked the video, go ahead and do so now, so you can get every episode and you can watch the show as we grow as well. And I'm sure you'll benefit from the topics we're talking about. And just really, this is not a passive listening show. We want you really, after the show, after you watch this video, think about how you can write things down and really reflect on what we're talking about, and then take a look at the things in your life and try to see the benefit that those things are giving you. Because I'm sure that you'll find you have a lot of things in your life, a lot of good things in your life that make you wealthy, that already make you rich. You're not a famous philosopher or business guru said, you're not poor, you're just broke, right at the moment. So you're not. It's not that you don't have any, you don't have any money. It's just right now at the current time, maybe you're in that situation where you're broke and you want to get out of that situation. Or if you already have money, maybe you want to develop your relationships and you're broke in your relationships. Or maybe you're broke in your motivation to learn something. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into the show. Coach, in this episode, we're going to talk about 3 things. And before we jump into that, I want to ask you, how are you tonight? How are you feeling? Are you okay? It's kind of late time tonight. It's It's about almost 10 o'clock at nighttime. Thank you for being here with me. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Welcome. First of all, alhamdulillah, I'm doing great. And my feeling, I'm excited.
Okay.
Excited to do this podcast with you.
Perfect.
And I'm grateful. And it's an honor and privilege to be here tonight. And thank you.
Awesome, Coach. So let's jump right into it. The 3 things that we're going to talk about today include a watch, like just your regular watch that you have, something we take for granted. And what I mean by taking things for granted, I mean you just completely disregard or forget that you have something in your life. You don't appreciate the value of something. That's called taking something for granted, the way, most people define it. Second thing is a mobile phone. Our phone is something everybody just has nowadays. It's like a staple. It's like
Basic
basic
necessity.
a basic necessity that you just have. Everybody just has one. Even children have mobile phones. Elderly people have mobile phones. Everybody just seems to have a mobile phone. The other day, I was sitting at a restaurant, and I took a look around me, and everybody was, looking at their phone, their heads down. Everybody. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but all I know is everybody had a phone. So this is something we have in our life. And then the last thing we're going to talk about is something that we take for granted a lot, which is pen. A pen. Think about how how much we take that for granted. We don't even think about the value the pen is offering. It's just there. We're just like, oh, let me just get this pen, write this down. We're going to talk, and we're going to delve deep into each one as much as we can in the short time that we have, about the benefits and the advantage. And remember, the goal, again, the reason we're doing this is because once we talk about the benefits or the advantages of the things we have in our life, the more likely we are to take action, and we believe the more likely we will have to have a better motivation, to be more difference oriented than profit oriented. If you've ever wondered, how can I take action to create something? If you ever felt like I don't have the motivation to do something and take action, the content that we're talking about on this show will help you to take action, because in this show, or on this show, we will take a look at the value of the things we already have, and in doing so, you'll start to think differently. You'll have different thought patterns, and then you'll start to think like, how can I create that? That's interesting, and I see the value of that, and I'm reflecting on the value of that. Now, how can I create something else? How can I create something that makes a difference for somebody else? Most of the people in our community, they think about, how can I start a business just like so and so? He started a business. Now I want to start the same business like him. She started this kind of business. I'm going to start the same kind of business because she's making money from it. So instead of being money driven, which is important, and money we believe will come afterwards, but we need to be difference oriented, driven by a difference. Okay, so let's get started with the watch, Coach. Talk me through, and we were just talking about this earlier today, that you were thinking about the value of your watch. Think about the value of your watch. Talk to me.
The value of the watch, actually, that's one of the most important things to talk about. The watch helps you to know the time. It helps you to, let's say you want to meet a friend. You want to meet at a specific time. So if you don't have the watch, who's going to tell you? No one. And let's say you have to wake up early. If you want to wake up early and it is cloudy. If you don't look at the watch specifically and see what time it is, you're not going to know. That's true. Yeah, let's say you want to cook dinner, and maybe it's rainy day, maybe it's cloudy day, or maybe you are in a jail. No, God forbid. Let's say you are in a place
I don't
where...
want to be in jail.
Yeah, nobody wants to be in a jail. Let's say you are in a place where you don't know exactly what the time is, and you don't know who to ask. So if you don't have the watch, who is going to tell you? No one, basically. So the importance of the watch is that it tells you specifically what time and when to do things, when to go a place that you wanted to go, when to do things that you wanted to do. So a lot of things that you want to do, it helps you to do it.
Wow. We really do take this for granted. A lot of us just wear a watch and we just have a watch, but we don't really think about the benefits and the advantages that you just listed. And if we do think about those benefits and those values, we don't really reflect on it deeply. And so what I like to do usually is talk about what if we didn't have that thing we're talking about. So in this case, if you didn't have a watch, one of the things you mentioned is you you might not know the time. You might be stuck in a room, or you might be somewhere where you don't know the time.
Yeah.
And because of that, what are some of the consequences?
The consequences would be you might miss the chance. The
You might miss a
opportunity.
chance.
Yeah, the opportunity.
You might be late.
You might be late.
Might miss a
And-
chance like what? Like
Let's
example.
say the
Concrete
example.
example.
The example is, let's say you have a meeting with a friend,
Right.
and that friend is waiting for you,
Yeah.
and you might be late, and he
Yeah.
had a great things for you, great opportunity.
Okay. Okay. So you
And-
just missed that chance.
Yeah, you missed that chance.
So I like to say, I like to think about, imagine yourself in different circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine yourself in a situation where you have the benefit, the blessing, which is the watch, the
Mm-hmm.
benefit, and you don't have it. Same you, both situations, the same you,
Mm-hmm.
but just different outcomes, different circumstances. Okay, different advantage in both. You have advantage in one that you don't have in the other situation. So, in this case, you said you if you didn't have that watch, you could miss an important date or an important meeting with your friend or something who had an opportunity for you. So because you didn't have the watch, you missed that opportunity.
Yeah.
Now, if you did have the watch, you were on time, you showed up, and you got the opportunity.
Yeah.
Are you the same person in those two situations?
You might be the same person.
Might be the
but
same
different
person.
feelings.
Different feelings.
Yeah.
Can we say those two situations are the same? Are they the same situation? In one situation you missed the opportunity, and in this other situation you got the opportunity. Are those two situations the same?
No.
Not at all, right?
Which difference?
There's a difference.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about, is acknowledging the difference between different situations. It starts with seeing the difference that comes from being in different states or circumstances.
Yeah.
And that's all it takes sometimes. We're looking for more, trying to get more difference, but that's really the main difference.
Yeah. And also I would like to mention, let's say we worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We pray 5 times a day.
Right.
Yeah. We pray each prayer specific time,
It's on
don't we?
time.
We
Right,
do, right?
right, right.
So let's say Fajr, we pray 4:50. It depending on the situation, because the time changes, it fluctuates.
Right.
So let's say if you don't have the time, what time are you going to pray? You don't know.
That's true.
Dhuhr time,
That's true.
Asr, Maghrib, Isha, all 5 prayers. And also there are salawats that you have to pray, like sunnahs.
Right. Right.
And there are remembrance that you have to do. So can you do while you are sleeping? You can't do it.
No.
Because there is a time for sleeping.
Right.
So the watch helps you to sleep a specific time. The watch helps you to wake up a specific time. The watch helps you to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala a specific time. You can pray dhuhr now.
Right.
You can pray fajr now.
Anytime you want.
Yeah. Now
Yeah.
it is maybe you might pray Isha.
Yeah.
So-
and to give, not to cut you off, to give some of the viewers context, if you're not Muslim, what the coach is talking about is the prayer times. The Muslims we have to pray specific times of the day, and you can't just choose randomly. It's already set and predefined. So it's based on specific times of the day. So that's what he's saying.
Even if you're not Muslim, whether you're a Christian or not, like let's say you're a Christian, and you go to Sunday, like they go to the church Sunday, I guess,
Right.
something like that. So there is a time frame,
There's time
a
for everything.
specific time that they go to.
Right. Right.
Whoever you are, you worship something.
Right.
You might worship like Christianity, your religion is that,
Right.
or you might be a Jew, you might be a Muslim. Everybody has their own religions.
But the
So
main
not-
thing you're saying is it's on time. So
yeah, yeah.
Everything's time based.
Yeah. So that's what even Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Asr. He said, Wal Asr. So he is swearing by time. And if you don't have the watch, who is going to help you to know the time?
Yeah, right,
Actually,
right.
no one. So
Right,
yeah.
time. It just facilitates being on time and doing things at the right moment.
Yeah. The other thing that watch helps us to know is, let's say you're in a meeting, and the meeting has to take about 30 minutes or maybe an hour. So you have to set the time. We start that specific time. We start, let's say, 9 a.m.
Right.
and we have to finish 10 a.m.
Right.
But if we don't have to watch, we just continue.
Yeah, and again, the consequences of that is that we might miss other things we wanted to do in the
Yeah.
day. So actually, that's funny you said that, because this morning we had a meeting exactly at 9 a.m. and my phone died.
Yeah.
And I was using that as a time, so to tell time, and my phone died, and I didn't have the charger, and so I woke up. I woke up super early. I think it was like 4 or 3 a.m. and I thought I was late. So I woke up and I ran to the to the other room to get to get another phone that check the time, and I saw that it was like early in the morning. I was like, oh, there's still time. So I think if I had the time or some alarm or phone with me at that moment, I would have just relaxed and slept nice and comfortably. So that saved me. It would have saved me a lot of pain and other things.
Yeah. Yes.
So good. So that's one thing. Let's go to the second topic, which we just mentioned, which is the phone. Everybody has a phone. Imagine, and I want to start off with this one. Imagine the difference a phone makes in your life. We're just touching on the surface, but you could go deep with this. Just think about the phone in your life, and if you do this, if you use the things you already have in your life and you focus on the difference that these things make in your life, you will start to become what's called difference oriented. Your motivation will be, oh, how can I make a difference? You'll start to see difference in general. This is the habit we want to cultivate in the community, is for people to see differences, to get into the habit of looking at something and saying, okay, how can I make a difference for this group of people? How can I make a difference for this person or this community? And this is going to increase the value in our communities, what we believe, which is our goal and our purpose in this show. So the phone, if you didn't have a phone, again, wow. If you didn't have a phone, that's just a crazy even thought, but if you didn't have a phone, how would life be? And how would the Sharif be if you had a phone and the Sharif without a phone?
Sharif with phone and Sharif without a phone.
Yeah.
Actually, it would be a totally different person.
What are some of the disadvantages that would come?
The disadvantages that would come is that I wouldn't have an opportunity to be here. You just called me with the phone.
Right.
I wouldn't be able to
Connect.
to connect or contact other people. I have friends in different area. I have friends in Nairobi. I have friends in Ethiopia.
So let's go a little deeper into that. So if you weren't able to contact them, your friends, or the people you know, what difference does that make?
If I wouldn't contact them,
if you couldn't contact them,
it's like cutting the tie.
Cutting ties.
Yeah.
So you in essence, you would like this. It would be the ties would be cut.
Yeah.
No communication.
Yeah.
So what does that mean?
That means. What about your family? Like, let's talk. Let's forget about friends for a certain period
Let's
of time.
talk about family.
Yeah. Let's say now my sister lives in France, and I have to call her. And if I don't call her, that means I'm cutting the tie, the kinship, and the Prophet ﷺ said, whoever cuts the tie will never go to the paradise. So the phone is helping me to reunite, which is basically sometimes we do video calls. It's like we're together now.
Yeah.
The phone is facilitating for me to be with that person. I have uncles in Ethiopia from my mother's side and my father's side, even though we don't talk much, but we do talk. I don't go to there, I don't go to them, but I still call them, talk to them, send them messages, send them voicemails, video calls. So you see?
So it's like you're with them.
Yeah.
If you didn't have the phone, it's like you wouldn't be with them.
Yeah.
So if you weren't with them, how would that be? How would life be?
Life would be boring. You would be alone. You would be in a state of loneliness.
Wow. So that is the key.
Yeah.
So according to Sharif, he's saying, if I didn't have my phone, I could be in a situation where I feel more lonely.
Yeah.
Now, are you in a situation where you feel lonely?
No.
No. So it saved you that.
Yeah.
That's something we don't really think about. I didn't really think. I mean, I know this, but the thing is, we don't think about it consciously. Right?
The other thing is, if you wouldn't have the phone, you have to go to them, which would take a lot of time and money. Now
So-
all
oh,
you
yeah.
need is
You
the
don't have
phone and the internet.
If you have a phone, you can just call them. You don't have to go to them.
Yeah. And let's talk about friends now.
Okay.
Let's say me and my friends, we have fun sometimes. You know, Suber.
Yeah.
You know, Abdi Shakur.
Right.
You know, Hudayfa. All of them, we call each other. We talk to each other. We sometimes we joke through the phone, and if there is something that come up, they call me and tell me. I call them. I do the same. So the phone helps us to have fun, to have an appointment when we can meet, when we can go somewhere. And also, let's talk about the phone. The phone now helps you to learn something. You have YouTube,
That's
Facebook, a lot of platforms that you can learn something from. Without this phone, you wouldn't be able to learn. So the difference
Interesting.
that the phone makes is, let's say,
That's a big difference.
if you wouldn't have the phone, you wouldn't be able to watch YouTube, Islamic lectures, might be podcasters. The podcasts that we're doing now, we have to upload on Facebook.
Right.
We have to upload on YouTube. So without these
Couldn't
phone,
get this information.
without this phone, we wouldn't be able to post and do these.
Good, good.
Uh,
So that's wonderful. And now I want to ask you a question. With all those benefits, let's talk about the phone that you have. What's the company that made the phone you have?
My phone,
Yeah.
China.
I mean, what's the name of the phone though?
The name of the phone is Redmi Note 13 Pro.
Okay, so whether you have that phone or if you have a Samsung or iPhone, the truth is whoever made your phone, just think about the person who made your phone. You know, they don't know you and you don't know them. Most likely, I mean, I don't know the person who made my phone. You know, we know the company name, but we don't know the individuals.
We don't know, yeah.
Some of us don't really even know the owners or the people behind the phone that were responsible for putting together the phone. Yet here you are talking about all these benefits that make a difference for you. It's from your phone. And you don't know the person who made your phone.
Yeah.
And also they don't know you personally by name. So the reason I'm saying all this is my point is that you don't have to know the people that you're making a difference for, and they don't have to know you. So this goes into the concept of being selfless. This is why, this is what helped me to get unstuck in a lot of things. I was able to take a lot more action in my life when I started to try and be more selfless. So the goal of this show is to help everyone to become more selfless, to move from any selfishness tendencies to being more selfless. Because if you're thinking about profit all day, there's nothing wrong with profit. But if that's your main intention, I think you're kind of you're cutting yourself short, because it's a short-lived motivation. The motivation isn't that strong, from what I've seen. I could be wrong, but making a difference has a more impactful and longer lasting motivation. So in order to make a difference, you have to learn how to be selfless, because look at all these benefits that Sharif was listing on the phone, and the phone, his phone company and the people who made his phone made that for him. He doesn't know who they are, and they don't know you. I'm sure they don't know us, So
That's true.
they might know us, but this shows you that in order, a principle of making a difference is you don't have to be known to make a difference. People don't have to know you. It's okay to just be behind the scenes. It's okay to not get credits. Make a difference for somebody. I mean, who made this microphone? I don't know. Made the clothes we're wearing. Maybe if they're in another country, in another reality. They don't know us. We'll never meet, and I don't know them. So interesting. Let's go to the third point. The third thing and final thing. We're finishing up. The final thing is the pen. The pen.
The pen.
What is the power of the benefit of the pen?
Wow. Before I say something, whenever you ask me that question, like what is the benefits of the pen?
Yeah.
There is a prophet that came to my mind.
Okay.
Prophet
What's that?
Idris, the first human being who ever to write with a pen. And because of that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made that entire nation, his ummah, that whatever they read, that their actions that they do, the good deeds that they do, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala multiply it by that and give him, like not taken from them. Everybody that has their own deeds, their ajr. But because whatever you do, if you help somebody, the actions that they do, the good things, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will write good deeds for you.
Right.
So this prophet, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say, وَرَفَعْنَاهُ مَكَانًا عَلِيًّا. We have taken him to a higher level. And actually, he was the first person to die in heaven. So he was the first person to ever write with a pen. So now let's talk about the benefits of pen. The pen would actually make you a person who could help other people, who could write things, different stories, different books, different ideas you have to present. Actually, pen is like a weapon. It's like a gun. It's like a gun that you use, but not like to kill somebody. You could kill with a pen, like not stopping. But we're talking about if you write something, the ideas that you present, that those ideas might kill other people. That's if you use in a bad way. But if you use in a good way, that pen will help you guide a lot of people. That pen will help you benefit a lot of teenagers, a lot of people, might be your society, beginning with yourself. So the benefits of the pen is uncountable.
Nah, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
So in your life, personal life, how does a pen make a difference for you within the past week?
Within the past week,
Yeah.
usually
When was the last time you wrote something? It could be a receipt, or it could be a paper slip for a student, or it could be anything.
the last time was yesterday. I was in a class. I was teaching the students, and I was using the pen, the marker.
Using a marker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is a pen.
So you're using the marker to teach the class.
To teach the class. Without that, without the marker, I couldn't teach.
Well, you could teach, but it would be.
It wouldn't be effective.
It wouldn't be as effective.
Yeah, because
They
let's
wouldn't
say
see the.
they wouldn't see the lesson.
They wouldn't see the words on the board.
Yeah,
So what would that lead to?
that would lead to
Again, I'm trying to get us to think about
yeah.
what would the consequences be without having something.
that would would lead to us that would lead to delaying things, forgetting, because you tell the students you give them good lesson. You talk about it. You give them maybe presentation, and there are certain benefit words that you utter, that you say, and the students if they don't have pen and you don't have pen, they are not gonna write. They're not gonna write the words, and they will forget eventually.
So having the pen or the marker allowed your students to remember.
Yeah.
It's allowing them to remember the lesson, basically.
Yeah, because they have to take the book, their notebook, and they have to write it down. And before they write down, first of all I have to write on the board.
So now the students are happy. They left with the lesson, and they were able to see it. So that's different than them not having the lesson on the board.
Yeah.
And them leaving like that.
And the other thing is
That's the difference.
Yeah, look at the Quran. The Quran is written. It's written with a pen.
Right.
So even that Quran, in and of itself, you wouldn't be able to memorize.
That's interesting.
You wouldn't be able to even tell other people. You might memorize by heart. Most of us we memorize, but how are you going to memorize when you don't have where to read from?
Yeah.
Because in the first place you don't write because you didn't have a pen.
It's easier to read. So if you didn't have this this marker or this pen, life would be a little bit more challenging. So that's the difference it makes. That we talked a little bit about the difference that these things make, including the pen, in our life. We with that. Thank you, by the way. And with that, I want to ask you a question. Do you know who made these pens, or who do you know the marker you were using yesterday? Do you know who made that marker?
I know the country that made it, but not the company and not the person.
I'm talking about the individual. Like, do you know the company who made it?
No.
You don't really remember. Do you know the person who made it?
Not definitely.
You
No.
don't know. Where do you think it was made?
It was made in China, but I don't know the company and not the individuals.
So that's the reason I'm saying this is because this is a point about making a difference. The person who made the marker he was just talking about, the person who took the time to make that marker you were just talking about, and all the benefits you were talking about, all the advantages you were mentioning, you don't even know that person.
Yeah.
I don't know that person. They don't know us. It could have been Abdi. It could have been Tom.
Could have been Jackie Chan,
It could have
not
been
the
Jackie
actor.
Chan. Maybe I'm pretty sure it wasn't Jackie Chan.
Not the actor.
It could have been Jackie Chan. It could have been anybody. And that's the beautiful thing is in order to make a difference for other people, you don't have to know who they are and they don't have to know who you are. That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And that's again that goes with being selfless. If you want to have more motivation to take action, you have to learn how to be more selfless. And you don't have to know who made the things you know who made the things you have, or if you're making something for someone else, they don't have to know you. And the reason I'm saying this is because in order for you to create something, you want to create a product, you want to create a business, you want to create a solution, you want to create an organization, start with how can I make a difference for some group of people? How can I make a difference? You don't have to know who they are, and they don't have to know
Who you are.
who you are. So that is called making a difference. And that's what the goal of this show is. All the difference. All the difference is what really matters. Making all the and again, we listed in the show this episode the importance of the phone, the importance of the watch
and
the benefits of
the pen.
the pen. And all of these things, when you think about the simple difference they make in our life, that makes all the difference. I was in a place in my life where things didn't really make a difference. I had everything I wanted, but I wasn't able to see the difference that they were making for me. I was looking for more. Therefore, I wasn't feeling satisfied. I wasn't feeling content. And therefore, I couldn't take action. Nothing in my life had meaning. So everything was something, I was taking everything for granted. And I couldn't see the value in things because I wasn't looking that direction. It's all about putting your perspective and attention on the benefit of that things have in your life. And I think that's when life changes.
And usually we don't look at the things unless it's taken away.
Unless it's taken away. Yeah. Then you have to look at the difference it makes.
Yeah, because there is a hole, like, you're missing. Something is missing.
Something,
you know it's at
you
that
have
time.
to see it.
Yeah.
But and I guess what the goal of the show is, when you're not missing anything in this, before it's taken from you, before you lose something, take the time to look at it and see the difference.
Yeah.
While you have it. It's easy when you don't have it, when all of a sudden it's gone by force, or it's removed from your life, because then you have to look at it. You have no choice.
Yeah.
Okay, so this was a great episode. I really enjoyed sitting down with you, and I'm excited for wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm excited to see what comes to other people's minds and what comes to your mind when you think about the difference that things in your life make. We only touched on the surface. We touched on a small amount or a small part of the difference these things make in our life, but you could probably keep going on and on and on and on. There's probably a lot of things we weren't looking at.